citronella candle. Fuck off. I see these propane-powered machines that cost $3,000. They're supposed to deter them or get rid of them. Bug zappers or whatever. Yeah, you hear them zapping, but there's a million more coming. One of the worst things is horseflies or even moose flies. Once they lock onto you, holy fuck, they won't let you go. And they'll take chunks of you. But the fact that they're so persistent, they're deadly. And they're big. Can't let your guard down. Once they lock onto you, it's like they're with you for like 3-4 hours. Like, especially, like tidal waters, like beaches. Yeah. Don't run into those. Actually got smallmouth bass infiltrating our lakes, which is considered invasive species here. Invasive, in other words, anglers are like, yay, fun. Because, we never had that. But now we get to use all the crazy lures that they use on TV and shit like that. Because, like, they're easier to catch. Trout are not easy to catch. They're the hardest fish to fish. Easily. The hardest. No question. I mean, you go out all day, you might get one or two. Or even a bite. Use the bag limit's 5 anyway. But, yeah. You gotta use word of mouth between anglers. See what's like running, what they're taking. Yeah. You gotta adapt to them. They're very finicky. Yeah. Or like bass fishing, like you could catch like 30, in 5 hours. And you don't have to use live bait. You use lures, plastic shit, grubs, fandangled weird shit. Chain pickerel, they were invasive too. Yeah. Didn't get out to get any bass fishing yet. I'd love to. I love the idea of no bait. Because, like, you're getting bait for a trout. Well, you have to get it when it rains. Go out at night with a flashlight and a bucket. Have a good back. And pounce, grab one. And it's an art. Somebody has to teach you how to do it. If your father or a brother or a friend. You can't just yank. You'll break them. And then if you put that broken one in with the live ones, it'll eventually contaminate all of them. So that's a no-no. If it breaks, you just gotta check it. But, you just kind of get it, and then it'll fight you. And then you just stay with it, and then, and it's like you got a night crawler. And we're not talking like garden worms. We're talking like big cocksuckers, like sausages. But that's the only way you can catch them. I mean, you can't really go out with a shovel and start digging in a dirt hole. And, you might get like 1 or 2 little tiny worms. But, yeah, I can artificially get night crawlers. I just spray the lawn at dusk with water, with the hose. Works. Kind of cheating, but whatever you're gonna do, what are you gonna do? they're good for your garden too. So like, my life, I was like told not to like take them from the garden because it's a little bit too easy. But yeah. But yeah. But if you get them and you put them in and you take care of them, you put them in the fridge, they'll keep alive the whole season. Believe it or not. Otherwise, like I said, the worst smell, rotten worms in the sun. It's yeah, something that'll hit you, and you'll know when in what time in your life it did hit you, because I made the mistake a couple times forgetting about a can of them, and holy shit. Or you just, if you don't have refrigeration, that was a new thing for us. Just moss, keep them in a cool place. They have a finite life. Just don't get too many. And when they get kind of like not looking so good, you dump them out. They go back into the ground, and you get new ones. But yeah, and like minnows, like live bait like that, that's a fucking bitch. Minnow traps and shit. Fuck that. Too old for that shit. Yikes. You throw the trap out with a rope and take it in. You rarely have luck. Yeah. Usually only do that for mackerel on docks and from land on bobber, live minnows. Yeah. I'm sure the invasive species like the bass and especially chain pickerel, which is basically pike. It is pike. They'll definitely like them, I'm sure. More wriggly is better. But trout, they can't be fooled by fake, like plastic grubs or things that imitate, like the rubbery shit and sparkles. Doesn't work. Rarely, you might get lucky with some lures, but mostly it's like spinner and worm. If you're fishing from like a shore, you use like rigs with weights and like a hook and worm and hook and a worm. And you like set it, and then you set it on like a stick, your rod, and you get the rod, like put the line tight, like taut, and then you sit there and watch it, sometimes for hours usually. Watch the tip of the rod until you start tripping out. But then you'll see it go tick, 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 which means you got a bite, and then you're sure, you set the hook, slam that shit up. Yeah. Doesn't work in lakes, but yeah, trout, fuck. But there's honey holes, good places. Got to know what you're doing. Like I said, word of mouth is key. Oh, I've been hanging on this beer and I have my hand around the beer. Now it's like warm as piss. Fuck. Uh, Purple Grain. I may have to email them and tell them to go fuck off. They shouldn't be putting India Pale Ale on there. It should be IPA. Like the rest of their fucking stupid crap, hippie fucking beer. Contains water, mashed hops, barley, yeast. Well, I would hope. I would hope. But yeah, every IPA, grapefruit. Good like good beer Molson, or sorry, Moosehead, not Molson. No, Moosehead. Moosehead dry ice, underrated. It's cheap. It's great. Easy drinking beer. You can really slam it. And the regular brand, just Moosehead, my favorite. They make a lot of products. Moosehead. Alpine, probably my second favorite. They make that. That you should definitely try it if you haven't. I think they have their hands in Schooner too. But yeah. They're literally the only beer company that is still independent. Literally, they're all the other beer brands and companies all sold out and became conglomerates. So back Coors, Molson, this and that, and yeah, like Labatt Blue, and like Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch. Yeah, they're all like one company. But what they do is they outsource their brewing. And the worst thing is, you find a beer or whatever, it's new and it's great. A foreign beer, for example, Belgian Moon. I had it at a bar. It's unfiltered wheat beer, cloudy, gets you fucked up. I don't get fucked up on beer at all. I drank 54 Coors Light in 5 hours one night because on a dare, and I didn't get drunk. I peed a lot. I probably gained like 10 pounds in carbs, but they fed it to me. I didn't pay for it. Odd. Well, if you're alcoholic, I guess, and you have a tolerance for it. But I just like the taste of beer nowadays. Have it with meal, or especially the quenching aspect of it. I like that. Refreshing. Because it's just like you don't get any effects from like euphoria. So you're just like just going through the motions. It's like a waste of money. So, and I have the horrible habit, oh my God, of toenails. I will drink half a beer, and I can leave it, or forget about it, or have an aversion to going back to it because it's warm or whatever. I don't know. And then I'll end up with like 10 beer with like varying amounts of toenails in the cans all around the house. Yeah. Like some beer, if you open it and leave it, it'll get flat really quick, like Molson Dry Ice. That's one of them that will. It's regular, or sorry, Moosehead Dry. It will get flat pretty quick. It left in the open. But its regular version, it'll last like a whole night and a day, and you can pick it up and drink it, and it's still carbonated. You know. But yeah, it's Molson Dry. You get 15 for the price of like less than 12 of regular. That's pretty good. Direct competition with Bush Ice. They're side by side in the liquor store in mine, and both 15 packs, both same price. I tried it. I don't know, pretty much similar, but not as good. That's for sure. But dry, it's good for chugging. You know, it's smooth. It has like its suds are its carbonation small bubbles, foamy, so you can really like it doesn't really bite the back of your throat to make you stop. So you can really chug it back. You know, if that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know, but yeah. Like strong beer, like Labatt Blue, like you can't like that's Pilsner. It's pretty, it's pretty hard. It's back of your throat. You know, you can't like chug it fast. Good things and bad things about that. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's ever tried Bud and Bud Light. I said I would never try Bud Light ever, but I did. Um, okay, regular Budweiser, it's weird. It's a weird beer. It's different. Uh, and I have a feeling not many people drink it. They go for the Bud Light, but weird. It's different. I'm not exactly a fan, but yeah, you wouldn't expect that. But anyway, and Coors Light. Oh fuck! Give me some water. I'll get more drunk off water. The chemicals in the water than the goddamn Coors Light. Oh, it's tasteless, watered down swill, and it's like basically at every restaurant. It's Coors or Coors Banquet is even worse. The regular version, which is new to the market in the last 5-10 years. I hate it. And I always give things a second chance. I'll go back like after 6 months and try it again. And just to make sure, as like a scientific kind of thing to make sure. But no, fuck. But at the restaurant, you go there, they never have anything local on tap. They never have anything in variety, and nothing beats draft beer. Oh, it's so much better. Oh, tastes so much better. It gets you way drunker faster. I don't know really why, but what mainly because it's less filtered. Like it's not as filtered because it's in a keg and it's open. So yeah, but the machine. But I hate going to restaurants and they have a little thing in the thing, and it's Coors Light, Coors Banquet, usually Rickard's Red for some reason. I don't know why that's popular. And that's it. Usually, there's usually one other one. I can't really think of it, and that's it. They don't have like one local or, God forbid, you have some Moosehead or, something local. Just one. Anyway. So, Coors Banquet, Coors Light, Bud Light. It's always on there. You ever go to like a gastropub where they have like 20, 30 on tap? It's like fucking heaven. And it's like they're all like draft, and you can try all of them if you can. Used to a place around here that had like 30 on tap at one time, all at one time, like all the time. So cool, so cool. Like yeah, and then COVID hit, and like local pool hall, they had Budweiser. That's it. And two of the bars, they stopped even having draft beer. They only had bottled. Way to go to the fucking mile, eh? Isn't that pathetic? A bar that doesn't have draft beer, that has bottles in the cooler. Wow. And the only reason they're in business is because of VOTs, video gambling machines in the back. So nobody's there. Except for me. I day drink. Day drinking is an art. You know, around here, like it's pretty cool because you're the only guy there, except for the people gambling in the back and the bartender. Yeah, I usually I'll hit a place, get a pitcher, maybe, and then a couple or something. Take my time. I have nothing else to do. As everybody else knows, I'm at work. Well, I'm on call, and you just sit there and drink and play pool. I'm almost like a pro pool player, professional pool player, but it's hard to find people to play against. Usually it's the bartender to play against, or any passing stranger. Hey, you want to play some pool? I'll pay for it. Yeah, otherwise it's just, yeah. Some of them will serve food, some of them won't. But yeah, usually it's just you, a pitcher, yeah. But you can't you can't get like smashed because of 86, yeah, or you won't be able to keep coming back to that place. And, if you're staggering out, so you gotta space yourself, sober enough to drive, and go to another place and get another pitcher. Yeah. See what they have to offer in the old draft. And like I said, same thing. And you move along. Just can't linger too long. Can't like order 3 pitchers in like an hour and expect to not get looks. Especially if you're on call too for work or whatever, you got to be copacetic enough. But yeah, dead. About day drinking. Oh, day drinking. What did you do today, my friend? Well, I'll tell you. No. Degenerates, the rejects. In some places, you just wish they serve food because you get the munchies so fucking bad, but they don't. Not anymore. And then that's when you get a day drink to a place that does. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of places have pool tables. So I even played pool by myself just to get good at it. I almost joined the league. I got so good at it. You know, stopped short of that, but definitely no match for pros or anything. Yeah. Yeah, and that place who had the league, they served bottles too of beer. They didn't have any fucking tap beer, draft beer. Holy fucking Jesus. Pathetic. They should be disgraced. They should be disgraced. You're a bar. The difference between draft beer and bottled and canned and or whatever is 100 miles apart. Different beast. Different taste, flavor, texture, experience, everything. Different. Yeah. I know Belgian Moon I found on draft to, from, well, Belgium. Wheat beer, unfiltered, 7%. Uh, and it's brewed with Valencia oranges. And when they served it to you at the bar, they put the orange wedge like on the side of the glass and then on the side of the pitcher. Like you really taste it in the beer itself. It's so good. So good. Fell in love with it. And then, lo and behold, it got popular. Uh, like they would sell it like canned from Holland here and stuff. And then, lo and behold, oh, now proudly brewed in North America. They joined, I think, Coors Light or something Molson, one of the conglomerates. It tastes like shit. It tastes like shit. I won't drink it anymore. I used to love getting cases of it, and I would get an orange, and I'd cut it and put it in there. It really made a difference. So they ruin it. And a lot of places outsource their beer to other factories, like Moosehead breweries. They make a lot of like the big companies' beer at their places. And when they do that, it changes their beer because you're brewing in a different vat, brewing it in a different place, you know, different brewmaster. You're gonna have a change. You're gonna have a big change, and that's when conglomerates come together and try to save money, greed, and they fuck up your product. Yeah. Yes, indeed. I love unfiltered beer, but they don't carry it because it has a shelf life and has to be refrigerated. It has a shorter shelf life. That's shitty. Cheap. You wonder about the beer that sits out in the hallway, not in the freezer, all summer. It doesn't sell. I don't know what. There obviously have preservatives in there somehow, somewhere. But like, I know a place called Muskoka Breweries. They used to put out a variety pack, unfiltered, and it would say on it, make sure to, read the label or read the expiry date on the can. Yeah, they stopped selling it. I'm sure for that reason too. And then there was a company called Good Robot, local. It was unfiltered. It was very unique. It wasn't great, but unique and unfiltered. It was great though. And fell in love with it. 2 months later, I went to get another case, got it. Nowhere in the box did it say it's unfiltered. I had the other box. I used it as a trash can, and it said right on it where it was brewed, and it was unfiltered. And it had the same box, different address, and nowhere did it say it was unfiltered. And you could tell. And I'll never buy it again. Everybody fucks it up. Greed, you know. Supply and demand. Greed. It is fear of the shrinkage of the waste. What goes to waste? Well, that's the risk of running a business, I'm afraid. My folks, like pizza shops and stuff around here, a lot of them don't open till 4. They don't serve lunch. Well, a couple of them do. Except like go to restaurants too, but most of them like don't open till like 4. And like one place, they don't even sell slices. You have to call and order it. Good business plan. Like that way they have no waste. Where like next door, you walk in and they have the pizza ready made, like on the pan under like heat lamps and stuff, ready to go. You know, and they end up with what you call cold slices, which they package and sell for half price. But they're losing money there, right? Because yeah, so stupid. That's why a lot of like places serve their shit from the freezer. They just make it, freeze it. They don't want to lose money and throw it out, so they just thaw it out when it's needed. Shitty. You can definitely tell. Like places like chain restaurants like Boston Pizza, I dated well, my ex-fiance. Her friend was chef there, and he said, "Oh, I'm not no chef." He said, "I'm more of like a cook." He said, "It's more of a freezer to microwave situation here." Because every time I ate a Boston Pizza twice, and I was sick twice. Literally sick. Like, and I never get sick from eating food. Like, even if it's bad, because my stomach is pretty solid. Yeah. He said like everything is literally frozen, and like he doesn't do anything. He said, really, except for press buttons, just like McDonald's. McDonald's is actually fresher. Actually, he said, you know, like McDonald's. I think the max. Still shocking to hear. An hour until they throw one of their burgers out that's made, up to an hour. Jesus. Yeah. But like Burger McDonald's or a place like that, it's idiot proof. Like basically everything is on timers and has beepers and buttons. Literally, all you have to do is just move shit. They'll tell you when and how. And it will ding, ding, ding. Oh, that means the fries have to come out. Take them up, hang, and that's it. Order comes through, put them in thing, and there you go. And like cooking burgers, you put them in trays, plastic trays, in these weird fucking ovens, and then you cook them, and then they stay in there, and then they beep. Everything's on timers. You would hope there. It basically makes the job so literally anybody could do it. But that's why 16-year-olds do it, because they don't really have to have any skills to do anything. They should. They should have customer service skills, you know, learn the industry a little bit, learn something, than just like, can I take your order, please? Like, at least pretend like you are at work and that you know, enjoy serving the public your product, that you are representing a company, like at least, like phone it in, mophead, you know, like, fuck. The thing is, people that order like burgers and shit like, oh, I want a double cheeseburger, but no pickles, but I want like extra mustard, but no ketchup and a little bit of mayo, and then they wonder why their fucking order is fucked up. I call it a princess order. And then they get pickles on their burger, and they're like, oh, fuck, I'm furious. Take them off. I love them, but anyway. Missing items are a problem, but like when you're, yeah, getting like a custom thing like that, yeah, I mean, their POS system really isn't built for that. Like, they have to punch it in and kind of wing it on their own, because everything is per order for like 20 years, like the same thing. So when somebody wants something different, like no onions or extra, you know, and then it fucks up and they get furious. And I'm like, oh, well, what do you expect? It's a 16-year-old working a POS system, you know, probably outdated, and, you know, whatever. Yeah. I want a double cheeseburger, but I want one patty. I had a guy that did that. He insisted on double cheeseburger, but just one patty. And yeah, mentally ill. Yeah, I could say that. Yeah. Like if you're at a restaurant and a waitress taking your order, that's when you can customize your shit, because you're sitting down, you know, you're paying money, investing, you know, they're chefs. Well, maybe not chefs, cooks, you know, they actually do shit, cook. So, I mean, if you want something a certain way, but one of the big things is like Tim Hortons and other places, a lot of people are experiencing is with all the foreign people, they're supposed to be able to pass a language test to be here. It's mandatory. Um, Obviously, somebody is, you know, opening the gate, because even like people that are like Indians and Punjab that are Canadian citizens who live here who do have accents, but you can understand them completely fine. They get pissed because like they can't even understand what they're saying. And then you get them on the intercom at the fast food restaurant, and you can't tell what the fuck they're saying. So what has happened? People who are lactose intolerant or allergic to certain things, they're not picking up on that. They're not communicating, and they get sick. They get sick, and it's because of the language barrier. Plain and simple. Like somebody's lactose intolerant, they get heavy cream in their thing, and they ask for whatever else, lactose free or whatever it is, or none, or they're going to be on the toilet for the rest of the day, or even in the hospital, or some anaphylactic shock, depending on for that. I mean, I was just in the hospital. Every meal, the lady got next to me, she had to get insulin before she ate a bite of food every time, every meal. She had to call the nurse, had to come in, give her insulin, and then she could eat. That's pretty bad diabetic. That would suck. Oh, and she also had celiac. It had to be gluten free too. I'm not sold on the gluten free shit, but anyway. But one thing we're lactose and like human beings aren't actually made to process lactose. It's hard on us. It's hard on the body. They say, oh, it's it'll soothe you, heartburn. No. It makes it worse. It produces acid, makes everything start running. It makes it way worse milk because it has to work to break it down. Now, if you go to the grocery store, you get lactose free. You pay like an extra $1, maybe 50, maybe $2. Try it. It's just as good or better. And if you have a tolerance for it, you don't have to worry about it. But lactose-free milk is better or the same. Just pay an extra $1 or $2. But yeah. And they had to check her sugar like like my mom has diabetes, grandmother diabetes, great aunt has diabetes, her mother has diabetes. I have something to look forward to, I guess. Yeah, like a lot of stuff. Like, yeah, do you ever drink Diet Pepsi, caffeine free? It's fucking. It's an abortion. It's gross as fuck. uh, yeah, yeah, but having to take a little blood sugar every couple hours suck. Normal blood sugar is 6. That lady was going from 10 to 4 to 3 on a daily basis. She's sticking around 4, which is a little bit low, but she had to buzz the nurse every time her meal came before she took a bite. Fucking man, that would suck. Yeah. The diabetes industry is fucking stupid. The machines are free. The little machines, the strips, they're $100 for like a bottle of them. That's a scheme. That's that's a that's a scam. $100 for the strips, $0 for the machine. Like a Ponzi scheme? I don't know. Extortion? Yeah. I think my great aunt takes like 30 pills a day for diabetes. She's on the borderline of the needles. My mom's on needles, injections, you know, little pens, like Ozempic. And pricking your fingers, that gets old. I have no problem with needles in my arms, IVs, blood work. I hate the finger thing. And, you know why I hate it? My fingers have calluses on them, and I always have to set the thing to max. And sometimes I have to do it like 3 times to get to draw blood because my skin is thick. It hurts. But yeah, but I haven't been testing my sugar in like 2 years. I have the machine, but I don't have the strips, and I can't afford them. So whatever. Hand it to the healthcare industry. People say, "Oh, you have free healthcare in Canada." No, not in the least bit. Drugs aren't covered. There's like 4,000 patients to one doctor. Um, if you're lucky to have one, people die on waiting lists for surgeries, tests. Just X-ray will take months. Triage, death panels. Um, yeah, you can get a drug like to survive or go to work. You can't afford it, or you don't have a doctor that will prescribe it, or your doctor retired, and they won't fill it, your prescription. It's an epidemic. It's pathetic. I mean, and like at work and workplaces and businesses, there's no benefits nowhere unless you work in government. Almost even the government, they're bad for it. Everybody's guilty. They'll classify you. They'll like give you unpaid lunch hours and reduce it by your week by say like 38 hours down to like 34, just under. So they don't have to give you the benefits of any kind. Usually it ends up there's 2 people in your store that have benefits. It's usually the manager and an assistant manager. Everybody else shit out of luck. In the States, they're like required to give their employees like something, like some kind of benefit, I mean something, you know. And if you go in and you want to get a test done, you get it done like 2 days later. You, you know, if you have insurance or you don't have insurance or you just pay for it. People are here now, or that's what's happening, trying to stop it. Private medicine. People will pay to get tests done and pay to see doctors. It's happening right now. because there's no doctors, and like I said, people are dying on waiting lists, and it's the government's fault. They're not paying them enough. They're not paying doctors enough. They gotta pay them more. They gotta roll dump trucks full of money up to their fucking door, and do it early, like when they're in med school. Uh, like like get them to sign contracts. You know, you stay here for so long, we'll pay you this for so long, and you don't want to stay, you know, you can leave. But in the meantime, for them, say 4 years, people get care, you know, and in the hope that they set down roots, you know, make a family or whatever, and decide to stay. But like here, a cop makes the same as a GP, which is a family doctor, general practitioner, who goes to school for 8 years. 8 years. Yeah, lots of money and time. And the cop, I don't know, what is it, 2 years? And they both have the same wage. I tell you what's wrong with that. And different doctors and specialists have different pays. For a GP around here, it's 100,000. That's it. Same with the cop, 100,000 a year, and the doctor works 64 hours a week. Oh shit, a lot. And also, like offices, they have to pay for the doctor's offices, and, like rental buildings and stuff like that. That's why you see like buildings with like five doctors in them because they're like they pull together, um, you know, cost effective. Um, that's why right now you're seeing like practices and doctors. There's offices opening up at like chain pharmacies, like at Lawton's and Shoppers Drug Mart, like which is actually illegal from what I hear. But why not? They're paying, you know, the rent on, you know, whatever. They get offices, you know, clean places uh, upstairs, and downstairs, well, they're patients. They're going to shop. They're going to get the prescriptions there. They're going to get their groceries. They're going to buy whatever, everything they need. So the private companies are, you know, making a good deal there too, by paying for the doctors to have offices upstairs. Because yeah, that's that's business for them. One place around here that they did it was illegal. They did that, and my pharmacist wouldn't fill a prescription because basically what it was they just opened and they were coaxing people and directing them to the new doctor's offices, which was above a pharmacy slash whatever, and all basically it, the means in the end was to have business. That's customers. So the doctors were referring them to there, and they were, you know, offering doctors places, And then they got new customers, new patients, customers, the business. But I don't know. Fucked up. Fucked up, man. Medications are so expensive too. But yeah, like there's some that's covered, but there's a lot that's not. You can get like exemptions. The doctor will write a letter to MSI, and then they decide yes or no if it's going to be covered. Usually it's for like 6 months, and then they got to redo it. But yeah, like lack of just specialists, surgeons, fucking X-ray workers, anything. It's pathetic. Average wait time at my local ER, 10 hours. It has been that way for like 20 years. There's no need of that. There's no need of it. And triage. The worst of it is if it's triage, you go in and you see a triage nurse, you tell them what your shit is while you're there, they write it down, and you go sit down. And you'll be sitting there for 4 hours. 2 people will come in, and within 30 minutes, they'll get called to see the doctor, and you're still sitting there. And then 4 hours more pass. That's called triage. It's because there's so lack of resources that basically those who are in need more get the care first. So it's frustrating. It's not fair. It's like, and you go to the ER just to get a prescription filled. You wait 8 hours, like, because you have no doctor anymore. Ridiculous. But yeah, the triage thing is really frustrating because when you're sitting there and people just get called after one after the other, coming right past you, and other people in the waiting room are like looking at each other and you make eye contact, and you're like, your eyes are saying like, what the fuck, like, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Like a sign in the says, if you're having chest pain or feel pain, tell the nurse. That means you get rid of in. Thought about it. I don't know. Probably plenty of people have tried it and did it and claimed it to get in quickly, but and the ER doctors are a dime a dozen, usually residents, so they're in training. A lot of them don't know what the fuck they're doing, and they're the only one. There's like one on staff for the whole hospital, and then they don't do anything until like 8 hours later in the morning when actual doctors and specialists and technicians come in. That's, yeah. Nurses can't do anything without a doctor's approval. And they know more than the doctors. So retarded. Can't even get Tylenol. Gotta get some Tylenol? No, I have to check with the doctor. 2 hours later. Fuck. Fuck. My wristband, I just get like, just get out. Ugh. Anyway, that's my rant. Nitro out.